let's go plant up the front flower beds today. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm so glad you're joining me today here in the garden. It is Memorial Day here, and so I wanted to wish everybody a happy Memorial Day. Hopefully you will see that. If you are not in the United States, today is a Memorial Day holiday here in the United States where we remember all of those who served in our armed forces. So I thought today would be a fun day to go ahead and work on the front flower beds. I've got time to do the project and I've got everything here to do the project. And one side note here, if you will see, my pool liner is done. So if you have been with me for a while, you know that I have been really waiting on this to be done. So hopefully now that that's done, I can get out here and film a full garden tour. But as you can see, the garden is looking rather pretty right now. But that's not the point of today's video. Today we are going to be working on those front flower beds, like I said. So let me show you what I have picked up to go into the flower beds. I'm keeping it very simple this year. The star of the show will be Supertunia Vista Bubblegum. So I have picked up a whole tray of Vista bubblegums that will spread out through the front yard flower beds. I have picked up a couple of these coleus, and this is the Duman Orange. So I'll do a close-up of that tag, but this is the Duman Orange coleus. And I thought that with the pink veining in this leaf that it would pair well with the Supertunia Vista bubblegum. So I'm going with a pink theme out there, pink and yellow. If you caught my video where we did the gate pots and the gate hanging baskets, you'll remember we did a pink and yellow theme there. We are carrying that through the entire front yard this year. I will link that video here if you haven't seen that yet. But here we go. So I've got a couple of these to go out there. I picked up a couple of these just for fun. These are Kufias. They're also called bat plants, but look at that. I mean, how pretty are they? These are faded blooms. This sucker really desperately wants to get out of the pot. So I picked up a couple of these to go out there. Then I've also picked up a couple of lantana. Now these are the Sunrise Rose lantanas. So, and these again are ready to come out of the pot. They are ready to just pop and bloom, and they have great root systems on them. So we need to get these into the ground. And I'm gonna be putting yellow marigolds out there as well. This will be my yellow. And these will kind of go through all the beds out there and unify the space back down to that yellow and pink theme. And then marigolds are super easy. They like the heat, they like the sun. So these are a good option for that front flower bed because my front flower beds are full sun. So that is what we're going to be putting in the front flower beds today. Again, it is super simple. I'm not doing anything too elaborate, too over the top. I'm not jamming in, 20, 30 different types of plants. So let me now take the camera and let's go out to the front yard and I'm going to show you the space. I already have the beds prepared and ready to go. So let's just walk through it, let you see where we're working, where we're starting from, and then we're going to get these plants into the ground. All right, sorry for the traffic noise, but I do live on a busy street. So here is the front of the house. As you can see, we've got it all done up for Memorial Day. But if you've been with me for a while, you know that I have 4 flower beds here in the front yard. So we have this one that does this corner, and I have some cone flowers in there, and I have some lilies in there. Now these are the orange lilies that come up, and so I have waited for them to put on their show and be done. So now that that is over, it's time, like I said, to get these beds prepared or planted up. Now I have already come through here and I have put in a fresh layer of garden topsoil and compost, and I have already mixed in biotone. So these are ready to go to accept plants. All right, we've got our front door beds. So we'll be putting some stuff here and some stuff here. These are kales. These are left over from the winter, and they will just keep going all summer long here for me. And so I just decided to go ahead and leave them. The front pots, I'm not gonna be touching today. They're still looking fairly well. I have added in some sun patience to these pots already. So they already have a touch of summer in them. The pansies are already struggling, you can see that. But they still have some life left in them. So I will be, at some point, switching these pots up just a little bit to get them fully prepared for the summer. And when I take these pansies out, I'll have to add something back in. But today, we're just gonna get the in-ground plantings done. And then this bed here. All right, now to plant my super petunias, even though I have already prepared these garden beds, they're already worked up, new soil's added, new biotone is added, compost is added. The soil should be good and fluffy. I've already come through and pre-weeded. I'm still gonna use my auger planter just to make this job super simple. It's just an easy way to put a hole right where you need it, and then you can come back through and plug your plants in there. So you're gonna see me do this real quick, and then I'm gonna actually get down there and get everything planted. Here we go. All right, so that power planter has made quick work of all my holes, except for my little holes for my little marigold plugs. Those are super simple to get in the ground anyway. So if you are facing a good planting project, you've got a lot of stuff to get in the ground, consider one of those augers or power planters. Now, power planter is actually a specific brand. That is literally just an auger that I picked up at the big box store for my drill. And it works just fine for me. Now, power planters are specifically made to do this work, and they do have a special tip on the end that helps you bust through hard, compact soil if needed. This auger does not have that. So if you are working with a new planting area or hard compact soil, and you may need that tip, then you might want to go to Power Planter or another specific brand that has that set up. If you have nice workable soil like I do, a plain generic auger from a big box store should work just fine for you. So there's my hot tip of the day for when you're working in the garden. So now it's just time to get these plants in the ground. Here we go. right, so here we go. Everything's planted and watered in. You can see there is the lantana. I kind of put it in front of the kale. I put the kufia kind of next to the kale on either side. And then the coleus, because they're going to get some size on them, I kind of put in the back. Because what I'm hoping is that I'll get a layered look. So the big coleus stepping down to the kale, to the beautiful lantana, and then the sprawling Super Tunia Vista bubblegum all over the ground. And I've turned a sprinkler on. So, but that bed over there looks just like that one over there. All right, guys, and this brings us right back to where we started. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Like I said, I was trying to keep those beds pretty simple. Obviously, those beds already have some other things in them, so I did not feel the need to just pack them out with a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you have never worked with a Super Tunia Vista bubblegum before, those petunias get massive. So even though it looked like I was very sparse with planting them today, those are going to get absolutely enormous and fill in those flower beds. So when you use a plant like that, you just have to put on your patience pants at planting time, because you're going to put them in and think, gosh, this is not looking like this is enough to fill up this flower bed. Trust me, it is when you use a plant like a Vista petunia. So Proven Winners has that whole line that just get massive. And then you saw me put the other things in just for fun, accents, kind of just make the flower bed look hopefully enjoyable and pleasing and fun this summer as all those plants grow in. Hopefully this video has inspired you to get out and do something in your garden. It is certainly not too late. Now some big box stores are starting to get low on their stock. Garden centers may be starting to get low on their stock, but there is still plenty of beautiful things out there that you can go get and get into your flower beds and in your garden at home. So hopefully this video has inspired you. And again, I just wanted to say happy Memorial Day to all my American friends out there. So to use today to think about all those who have served and the freedoms that that has afforded us today here in our nation. And if you're not watching me in the United States, I just wish you a happy day. Hopefully you're enjoying your Monday today as well. That's going to wrap it up for me here in the Horticulture Geek Garden today. Give me that thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, as always, just leave those right down below. I will do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. But until next time, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.